In this episode, I will bike the whole south coast of Norway, and I will have various weather and a lot of tough terrain, and I will have a lot of amazing scenery along the way. And I will have a close encounter in traffic and meet a lot of interesting people. Today I felt a little reluctant to continue on the bike because I have been 2 full days off the bike visiting family in Kristiansand, and I had such a good time. But when I started, it felt quite easy very quick, because it's easy when it's a nice weather, and yeah. And today I'm heading from Kristiansand at least to Mandal. That is approximately 50 kilometers. And the terrain today, it's quite tough because it's constant up and down, but the view is amazing, so it's worth it, especially since I have all the time in the world. Oh, but oh man, this headwind today. It's actually it feels like you are climbing up a hill, even on the flats. But I'm still enjoying myself because I'm not pushing myself. I just take my time and just enjoying the sceneries. Just look at this. Today I'm going to try to find a wild camp. And in Norway it's actually quite easy, because the rules in Norway is you have to wild camp at least 150 meters away from other people's property. You're not allowed to wild camp in the cities, of course, even in the parks, but out in the forest, in the nature and so on, the rule is 150 meters. Now I'm actually about to reach one very important milestone. I'm actually about to reach 1,000 kilometers. Look here. Now I reached 1,000 kilometers. That's a huge milestone on this tour. I'm so happy. A little change of plans. I'm actually so happy because the milestone that I called ahead and booked me a place on a camping site. Because now I actually want to take a shower and eat out. It's important to just celebrate these small things along the way, because it is a milestone and it's just 1,000, but it's the first 1,000 of many. on my bike tour around the world. Now I'm at Sjøsanden camping in Mandal. Have just taken a shower and now I'm walking approximately 10 minutes walk into town to buy me some dinner to celebrate. This is actually a very nice area. It's very quiet and very nice view in the forest and right next to Mandal city. Today the day started quite cozy. From the campsite it took me through approximately 1 kilometer through a very cozy forest. As you can see, so that's what is a very nice start of today. I'm a little bit out of breath because I'm climbing right now. And I'm heading to Lindesnes feed. It's a lighthouse on Lindesnes. For many years ago, that was the most southern part on the mainland in Norway. But they have built a new canal. So that's why now it has become an island, not a part of the mainland. Finally on the top. Now the last stretch, only 6 kilometers to the lighthouse. Let's go. Up there is the lighthouse, Lindesnes, but you are not capable of taking your bike all the way up there. So this is actually as far as you're able to bike south in Norway. That is actually quite cool. So let's just walk up to the lighthouse. Now this is the lighthouse, and now you can see just straight into the North Sea. It's quite windy. After I had visited the lighthouse, then I actually felt that I got a little tired. So now I have just booked a very small room for around 40 euros for the night, and I can seek shelter from the wind and the rain, and use the rest of the evening to just maybe editing some videos. I'm heading towards Flekkefjord. I don't think I will reach the whole way, but I'm aiming towards Flekkefjord today. Now I have to push the bike because in a little bit over 5 kilometers I have to climb 311 meters, and this is a heavily trafficked narrow road. So I don't like being alongside this road, especially on the bike. I'm just trying to be as far to the side as I can.
for the last kilometers. It has been more or less 10 to 16% incline. And today it feels like I have been constantly uphill all day. I've had some downhill, but today is a climbing day. So I will not reach 50 kilometers today. I think because the last stretch now, it has really drained my body. Maybe it will feel different when I reach the top and get some rest on some flats and downhill. But right now, it is rough. While I'm talking right now, I'm at 16%. It never shows on video. But for those who follow me on Strava, you will see the profile of the terrain. It just goes straight up and straight down all day long. Now, as you can see, here the road ends. That means that my biking computer has shown me the wrong path. Now it actually wants to take me on trails through the forest and over the mountains, and no chance with this heavy bike. So now I think I just need to find a place to pitch the tent around here so I can backtrack a bit tomorrow and continue the journey. So this is the way of life with bikepacking. Sometimes you take the wrong turn and you need to bike 100 meters, kilometers, or sometimes 20 kilometers to backtrack. So I actually will call this a lucky mistake, because look at my view from my tent. The day started quite nicely. Just a easygoing morning, and I had a decent downhill. So for the first 5 kilometers, everything just went smoothly, and I just got a nice start for my body. But after 5 kilometers, then I started a huge incline again. for over 3 kilometers. It's so cool to see these animals in Norway because they are imported and only in captivity. Damn, that was too close. Oh, now I'm off the highway again. I actually have to gather myself right now because that was freaking scary. Some people just don't consider other people's safety. But now I'm off the road and this is so much better. Oh, it's tougher to cycle, but now you can see why I actually prefer this. I have to admit something. I peed myself. I'm just kidding. It's because of all the climbing and all the sweating, and when I'm leaning forward, all the sweat just goes in the front. It was not because of the trailer and the close encounter. Now I had to bike out on the road again. Let's hope I don't experience again. Why? Yeah, you see, you hear, do you agree? God damn. Oh, this is not funny. Today I plan to bike a short day because I have 3 different sightseeing I want to do. One, I have to actually take a hike, a walk, and those 2 other places I can bike to. But today I want to take my time to reward myself just to take some time off the bike. Because as I have said earlier, the bike is not my goal. That's just a means of transportation to get me to places. And today, it's 3 different places. Maybe I will set up a camp on the 3rd place. So let's see how this day turns out. Let's see who can guess the weight of my bike with everything and with 1 week of food provision and 8 liters of water. Just guess and leave a comment under this video, and I will reveal in the next episode what my bike weighs. In kilos. Now I'm walking to site 1 out of 3 today. This is a mountain that is almost 200 meters above sea level, and also it's a hole in the mountain that I want to see. So it's not a long hike, though it's steep to begin with, but it's approximately just a little bit over 1.5 kilometers, so it's easy. A very funny thing just happened to me, and I'm just laughing. Right after I stopped vlogging, a man just shouted to me from a house next by the road and invited me in for a beer. And I just said, can I just fill some water? And while I was up there, there were like two guys, two friends. They were just sitting there and drinking beer in the sun. And while we were just sitting there and talking, suddenly I started to drink beer. One beer after the other, and some wine. And after a couple of hours, I suddenly realized I need to move on. So now, but it was actually quite hard to leave those guys because they were so generous and so funny, and we shared stories, we laughed a lot, and oh man, I had just had a really nice time with those guys. I like those guys and I wish them the best, and thank you so much for providing me with water, stories, and a lot of alcohol. I just came down from the mountain where I have spent some time with Jan from Germany. We just said our goodbyes because he was going in the opposite direction. Yesterday it was a social day. I was social with people all day long, and today I don't think I will be that social, but I'm biking to Egersund to visit a friend of mine. So in the afternoon I will be social, but now I have to pay a visit to the last two sightseeings. There is the first place I want to visit, those houses that is built actually underneath the mountain, and then up in some tunnels and some caves up there, and there I'm going to drink my coffee and eat some breakfast. There has been houses underneath this mountain since 1745. And both of these two houses that remains today are from the 1800s. The white house that they call the blue house is the oldest.
This tunnel in the mountain is so cool. On the right side is a tunnel only for cars, and on the left side is only for pedestrians and bikers. And just to bike through this tunnel with this amazing view, it was just so fascinating. So then I just decided to eat my lunch in this tunnel. Now I have just booked a room in Egersund, and right now I actually decided I actually want one day off, because ever since I left Kristiansand it has been constant climbing all day long, and now I can actually feel that now my body needs a rest, because I have now been on the bike for many days now. I really enjoyed myself, but to be frank, all this climbing, it's tough. You'll get tired. So it's not all fun. Though I'm enjoying myself, but still, when you are in the middle of a climb and you still have much further to go and it's so steep all the time, it gets quite tiresome in the long run. But I'm happy that still have managed everything and have handled it quite well. But now I need to listen to my body and take one day off completely. Just take a rest. I feel that I deserve that. And I also will have more time to visit my friend before I head on. In the next episode, I will continue my journey up the west coast, where I'm going to celebrate the 17th of May with an old friend of mine and his family. And my bike will break down 2 times, and one of the times my friend comes to the rescue. And I will meet an old cousin of mine. Thank you for watching, and remember, just keep moving with happiness.